here
is threaded. So you don't
See,
have to
I
run a
think
box.
we're going in.
Nice.
Hey guys, we're here. Yeah, I took the weekend, decided to come out to Utah. So here in Salt Lake area, stopped into Kyle's garage here at UCFab. So we're just hanging out. Tomorrow we're gonna go do some running, and then I got a chance for a tour later. We'll talk about, but everyone that's here. Forrest on one side, Forrest on the other side. T and Kyle.
Guys? What's happening, guys?
No big adventure or no big what would you call it? And to speak of. We have some cars out here. We're gonna do some running tomorrow. Just kind of here to see what's going on. You've got the comments going on.
Are you on Facebook as well?
On the Facebook side.
Here, you're probably gonna have to log in.
Are you on Facebook?
To see it?
So no, you should just be able to
Watch it from your own.
right.
There it is. Oh,
And we should be able
Comments down there.
right. Anyway, so we're getting some of the comments. I've got a different camera set up for Facebook Live tonight to actually have a little bit better angle. Now it of its own thing with zooming in and around. We'll see how much I can I'm still learning this new camera setup, but it gives us a little bit better wide angle view. I've also have my laptop up. Of course, we're going to both YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, we will try and still stay with the comments and get through any of those that we can, since again we don't have an agenda of what we're talking about. We have a handful of our cars that we brought for the week. I brought my bomber on the end. I don't know who's
This is yours.
T-Money.
I brought my bomber. It's down there somewhere.
Yeah,
Down here.
it's
It's down here.
We have cars.
I think everybody has a bomber here
Yeah.
for sure.
It's
That's just awesome.
so we've got the new IFS IRS UCFab trophy rig, and let's see.
There we go. There's such a
zooms
delay
in.
on this one.
Yeah, so trying to see how this new camera works out. It's a little bit of a difference as well. So anyway, sorry guys. Tomorrow we're going to where?
YouTube isn't playing. Little Moab.
Little Moab. I don't know where that is. I would imagine it's close.
Hour.
Yeah, it's about an hour drive.
It's an hour and a half if you live where I live.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just for the record.
We can get to the rocks in an hour from my driveway. I've timed it many times. So it's out in the West Desert, southwest of Salt Lake. It's our favorite spot to go locally, pretty much. It's the go-to spot. You know, and we have multiple comps there per year just because it is awesome.
It's the go-to testing ground for basically local crawling in Utah. There's some pretty infamous lines out there.
Dogleg.
Recent one, Dogleg. That's probably the most infamous over the last summer. There's been, I don't even know how many rigs trying to get up that thing. So it's been a popular line, came around back actually comp crawling, but these days everybody's pushing their scalers
Right.
to make this dogleg. I'll have my SCX10s aren't even going that route. They're built for totally other different purposes. If I want to crawl the gnarly stuff, I got other rigs.
I'm looking forward to going out there. I like crawling Utah. Never crawled this area though, mainly down like St. George and Cedar City area, Three Peaks, some of those. So looking forward to hitting some of the areas up that are out here. This camera thing is going to probably be a little bit preoccupying for me. I'll try and
Keeps changing the view. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, it just jumps around.
Wait, where's my camera?
Tyler, Forrest, you forgot your hat.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the deal? Dang, what the hell?
Hey, Mike Thompson's blocking my shot, Mike. It's right here.
It's like, oh, Tyler. Hey, Tyler, how's my shirt reading? Is it forward, backward?
Right. So
Drift shirts.
That's a joke.
Yeah, one other benefit to the this new camera setup is that it doesn't always mirror my images and my shirts, my hat, whatever it is. So that I am looking forward to that. I still don't have it.
Saying it's not working on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. It says that I'm live on YouTube there. That's all I got. I don't know what else to.
YouTube comments. It's running good, Tyler says.
Yeah. So
Refresh your browser.
right.
Tyler says it's running.
So anyway, gonna go out there for the week. Like I said, I drove out here. Forest here on the end.
Not to be confused with this Forest.
Forest with the hat.
Yeah,
It's Forest 2.
Forrest is
No relation.
Forrest has a pretty interesting job, so it's something that it made me want to come out here this weekend. You want to explain a little bit about what you do?
I work for Ken Block.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to say it. I do a lot of different things, but I've known him since 2004 when he first started going to rally school in New Hampshire. I'm from Maine. And known him since then. He called me up a year ago and said, "Do you want to move to Utah?" So I said yes.
So,
long story short.
So we get the chance to go tour the where's the garage at?
It's in Park City, so it's sort of our headquarters. It's not totally public all the time. For instance, like nobody's walking in there just off the street, but it's a really cool facility that really not a lot of people get to see. So we'll check it out tomorrow after we cross.
So pretty excited for that. Get to see the Hoonicorn.
The Hoonicorn's there. It's twin turbo now. Teaser alert, twin turbo.
You're right. So
they showed that in the recent.
They have a
the
Pikes Peak teaser.
Climb Kana.
Yeah. So that's been mostly shot this season, and you'll see the rest of it coming up summer 2017. But Ken is taking the Hoonicorn and he's driving up Pikes Peak with it. Something different.
I'm excited to get to see the car in person, to see the garage, all that.
Yeah. Do we get to hear it start for us?
Absolutely. The sound of me losing my job.
I'm just kidding.
I really, just getting back to why I moved out here, it was for Kim Block, but I was keeping in touch with some of these guys prior. So like I was on a lot of the Facebook groups and kind of starting to learn that Maine, back to a big city like Salt Lake, there's a huge crawler scene out here. So I was stoked when I came to town. I literally saw this guy like I do after every plane or every trip home. I go to Mike, and then when I moved out here, I actually went to Mike because I needed parts for my SCX too.
Yeah, I think he drove past his house and pulled up with the motorhome and everything out front, got his RC parts, and then went to his new home.
Yeah, I'd seen the pictures of the shop. The shop's amazing. Like Lacey, you won't believe this whole wall of Vanquish. Like this is crazy.
The hobbies,
West Valley Hobbies. Yeah,
they don't sell online, I'm told. So
no, actually, we do. It's all local business.
Oh, don't?
No, we don't sell online. It's actually a 100% local business. But we do probably have the largest selection of RC car parts in Utah for sure. And I would dare say almost any neighboring state as far as a true hobby shop. There are some distributors here, but as far as an actual true hobby shop, mom and pop style, I mean, we do everything. We do RC, planes, trains, automobiles, models, rockets, you name it, we try to have it, as much as we can anyway. So, right.
So I'm looking forward to going and seeing the shop. We're going to go see the shop tomorrow after we crawl. Since you're not joining us, since you're working.
Not unless you guys are going really early.
Well, we are going really early.
I'll be there at 9.
Yeah. I got up at 4:45 this morning to drive this way. I fell today at like 3 o'clock and turned on Ultra 4 Nationals was playing.
It's been on all day.
Yeah, they were in Reno today, or Reno Sparks, wherever it was at, and I was like, "Oh, watch this for a second." I woke up like just 30 minutes later. I was like, all right, I should get up. Otherwise, I'm just going to wake up tomorrow. So, yeah, early does not sound pleasant. But
well, I'll be leaving Little Moab at 11, so that would be my deadline if I was to go. So, somebody's got to run the shop.
You said what? You said when?
11.
Oh, I think you said 7.
If you go, I'll be there at 8. If you go to Little Moab tomorrow, I'll be there at 8.
We're hoping to be there at 8. Yeah. I was hoping to be there at 8. It'll depend on how we're here.
You may have to sleep in the car.
You got an hour to sleep in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Except for that road is up and down. So
it's not too bad.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's
easy.
8 I can probably do. I have a hard time making 8 o'clock to actual work for crawling.
You know how much funner it is to get up early to go crawling?
I mean, working retail is the opposite for me.
Right.
I'm up up late all week, and then on the weekends I'm up early.
Oh,
So I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta
that's-
go crawling. So I'm up early on the weekends and sleep in all week.
John Schultz wants to know why we're sitting here looking like we're at the Last Supper.
Yeah, well,
we all ate first,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Well, there is some pretty, respectful and powerful people here.
yeah. I'm in the middle though.
Isn't that what?
Yeah, it didn't work out well for that dude.
We
If
do
I,
have,
I think
we do have Jesus here.
Jesus is here.
I didn't get through that whole book, but I don't think it worked out for him. There's
Tony Mazza, what up, Tony? How's it going, bud?
There's no caves at Little Moab, right?
No, well,
Okay.
there
It's so
was.
close.
There actually was. There
Nutty
was a cave,
Cave.
Nutty Putty Cave, but they actually cemented it in about
It's a-
3 or 4 years ago. Because
They did that. They did that in the wrong order.
Yeah.
That's supposed to- and then,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
a
it
guy
is a
died
permanent
down
grave
there.
for a couple of
permanent grave
unfortunate
for,
souls.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
They
good,
cemented
good
it
story.
in.
Wait,
Okay,
sorry.
so
Wow.
Yeah, on to something else.
way to bring it down.
Yeah.
So,
Little Moab is not like that.
so
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah. I brought my bomber. I was going to see about bringing a 1.9 that I built the new SCX-10-2 that I was going to bring out, and that didn't happen at all. I haven't touched it since the last live feed. So that's where that ended. I will get to it. I'm going to shoot some video of the bomber tomorrow. And I do have one last bomber video to do to kind of wrap up that whole series. And I had already shot it, but I'll shoot a bunch of action video tomorrow and just try and throw that all in with the rest of the footage that I have for it. Probably be a good way to kind of put a bow on that series. So that's the plan for that anyway. And then after that, I'll just go full on the SCX-10-2, since we'll start seeing a lot of those SCX-10-2 parts roll out from Vanquish real soon. So
Yeah,
it'll be
plates are already
good,
installed.
good timing for that.
Amazing new machine you guys have. I've been
Yes.
watching the videos that Jim's been posting. Those
Yeah.
are crazy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff on that there.
Is that charging?
I don't think so.
You should push a button.
Button on the side of it, the black one there.
Aha, success. So,
Back at
whoops.
it.
So the that's the plan for that. Just beat on the bomber a little while, kind of go through the morning, I'm sure. Then stop in and see Mike at the hobby shop, see if there's anything there that I've just got to have, unless my wife's watching.
Yeah.
She said she was going to watch.
Uh-oh.
I hope I missed it. She missed that part. I don't-
John Schultz says axles.
Yes, Axel. He has them. He's got prototype ones. The Currys.
SCX-10-2 Curries.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know why he's complaining.
Are you running them, John? Are you running those axles?
He is.
Yeah,
I've seen
rocking
him.
and rolling.
Yeah.
I think he
There you
should. Yeah, and he keeps saying, "Yeah, I know. I don't know how that, I know how that goes. I get that question once or twice.
Oh, that's
So
Regular.
yeah. So looking forward to parts coming out. Been working on a bunch, and then all the major ones that a lot of people have been waiting for. Those will be the ones that you'll start seeing now. Since a lot of the other ones that we've been working on have just been the other parts that we've been planning for. Some of the other machine lines that we run. So that's the plan for that anyway. And I think that new series will be been driving a 1.9 all that much since I got the bomber. The bombers are pretty addicting if you're into that style of running, when it's just full throttle all the time with a lot of power and jumping it around, blasting. So
Yeah. Something about jumping a solid axle truck
Yes.
is just a blast.
right. Yeah. I agree. Solid axles.
Yeah.
I like it,
yeah.
too. Oh, man. We could get the solid axle PRT and put it there. The field jump.
So
And this, they want to know where my cameraman is. This is the guy behind the camera.
Right.
Before he's in the panel now, so he can't be the cameraman if he's on camera.
right. Instead, they had a cameraman and all this on their live feed. So I was all jealous. So I went and spent no money at all on the camera.
Free. It was free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
On
totally
this
free.
budget camera.
So anyway,
Yeah, you must have been impressed. You made the trip all the way out.
yeah, I just wanted to see how this
How the camera.
this operation worked out here.
Yeah. Oh.
No, looking forward to it. I hadn't been to, my wife is still back in the Midwest, so I wasn't going to do anything this weekend probably anyway. So, 18 hours in the car sounded like a way better idea. Yeah.
It'll be worth something not right with this guy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Danny. Oh, right.
So, I looking forward to the trip, looking forward to seeing the garage. That was a big reason to come out. Been working on some other stuff out here anyway. That was a perfect timing to come out and visit with Kyle for a little bit anyway. So, so Neil is commenting on here about whose idea was that I had sold a car yesterday, RC car, and that's what I was and he happened to be on the phone with me, and I was trying to find my other GoPro to shoot some video this weekend. I was like, God, I couldn't find one of my GoPros. So I've got multiple GoPros. I just didn't know where they were. I still don't know where they are. So I was at home. It was like 7:30 and left the house, went to the shop, just look again, even though I looked before I left. Couldn't find it. I was on the phone with Neil all the time. It's like, maybe I'll just go. He's like, oh God, these comments. Yeah.
Which Forrest is the striking young man?
Yeah.
It's got to be the younger one. The younger it's got to be the younger.
It says, I need 8 more disciples.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's going to be going all night.
That's a terrible idea.
We should be drinking out of goblets.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I do have smart water. I can turn smart water into something.
It's holy water, right?
Right.
I've heard that.
Whiter wheat.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's good.
Oh man, I don't even remember what I was talking. And Neil's on the phone with me the whole time, and with my wife gone, at half the time I'm on the phone with somebody, and Neil's talking. He's like, "Oh, just go to Best Buy. The Hero 5 just came out." It's like, I've got GoPro. The new one does have some cool. Maybe I'll get a session. So that, and he's like, okay, let me check if the one near you has one in stock, because I had like 30 minutes before Best Buy closed. So I was like, okay. So he's Googling, and he goes, "What about this Mevo? I've seen that, I think." Like they have 2. Like, oh. So I had 28 minutes when I walked in Best Buy. I sat there and hemmed and hawed, and now I have an automatic cameraman. Mevo.
Which one of us is going to betray you? Neil would love to know.
Yeah, but the whole thing, the text from Judas. Hey, you coming to the Last Supper tonight? the what? Regular supper. Every day.
It's just supper.
Just supper. Just.
Oh man.
Are they going to start voting us out? Is that what happens? Like, you can leave. We didn't like you. So,
Yeah. I don't know how anything else in that thing really goes.
Let's see. John Schultz says he did run his axles today after his bomber.
I know that there's been, now I guess people are starting to run a little bit more. It's not so hot. In California anyway.
Slows down.
Yeah. That's what I'm used to. Coming from the Midwest, it's like, it's winter sucks. We don't run unless there's like that 150-degree January day, and we'll all go run. It's just summer, and you're just running in just the worst humidity and just terrible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is a nice thing about out here. No bugs and no humidity.
There's plenty of bugs.
No, there's not.
You guys don't know bugs.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely
I
not.
visited the Midwest and back east, but never
if
been
you
there for
drive
long time.
If you drive at night, raining.
Oh yeah, actually I do
Yeah,
remember that.
and I
I do remember driving.
It's
They have the wiper blades that have like the scrub brush in between.
Yeah.
They have like 2 strips of rubber with a brush in. Yeah, it's a thing out there.
It's a thing, huh?
yeah.
yeah. It's
Alright.
you come home from like a road trip, and it's just like, especially in a Jeep, because you just got 2 walls, the grill and the windshield, and it's just like,
When did the June bugs come out? You guys get June bugs?
Sometime around June.
The worst, right? Well, I'm no expert.
That was awesome. That was good.
No, those are horrible. You
Yeah.
don't want to have a motorcycle.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they just feel like a rock hitting you. Oh.
Neil wants you to tell the tequila story.
Nope.
Yeah. That's out of the question, apparently.
Nah,
He didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Not even for a second.
No. After party, KO. I don't even remember. After party from KO.
If he doesn't remember, it must have been good.
I do remember.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember.
No, that was not a great story. It's just a. Anyway, we'll move on.
Messed up night.
Yeah. It wasn't a party by any means, other than Dan Wilson snoring.
Well, that's a big party.
Yeah. The mayonnaise. Oh God, mayonnaise story. I've done live YouTube feeds for a long time. Now we're using Hangouts on Air. It's called. The way that it used to work, or at least before really knew how it worked as well. You put out like this open invite, and people could join. And they still can. When there's this many people, I don't have a bunch of other people join because it'd just be too many. But randomly could just join. You know, it's like the chat roulette type thing where people would just join random things. And Tyler happened to be in there this time, and I'm working on the Axial Yeti or something like that, and all of a sudden this guy comes in and just his little window on the bottom, and he's just in there and he's just like smearing mayonnaise on his face. He's not saying a word. He's just really
I think I know that guy.
slowly putting mayonnaise. It's just like, it's like, and I had no control as far as like booting him out or anything. It's just like, I don't know what to do here. So it's just like,
That's funny.
there's been a number of odd times on YouTube.
Involved. He's not liking all your comments, Neil. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep them
It
coming.
was a long time ago. After a very, very long day. And so
Story time with
yeah.
Josh.
Yeah. I think that one lives on YouTube anyway. So that's but yeah. So nonetheless, thanks for the help, Neil.
He's been helping a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I don't think there's been any helpful questions been asked as far as other things to push the conversation forward in a good way.
That's because our shirts are reading forward.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're just throwing everybody off.
Tyler doesn't know what to
I
say.
thought this was gonna be like my first drift shirt.
Right. Yeah.
I wore the backwards one. Wait.
Yeah. Devin just commented. He was the one who actually paid for the car.
Yeah, what's up, Devin? How's it going, bud?
All right.
So we'll see how the automatic cameraman thing goes.
See, Forrest here might be replaced by one of these.
Yep.
You never know.
I'm all for it. I had to intervene the other night. I knew Kyle needed a little help.
Oh, I was struggling.
I think it turned out okay.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked out UCFab's, I think you've got that posted up. Don't
It's
you?
still up, yeah.
Yeah. About an hour and 10
It's
minutes of great stuff.
Information.
Right.
So, a lot of information on a lot of the rigs coming out.
Let's see. Why do I hate mud so much? Mud's terrible. And that's
I agree.
terrible.
I hate mud. I had a horrible experience with mud recently. Brian Parker. Oh, so
Yeah,
upset
seriously,
after
Brian.
Grad Junction. That was we come across this thing. He as he words it, he likes to say, he says it's, oh dude, I was so lucky I found this mud, is how Parker worded it. And I was like, no, that's not lucky. That is horrible.
Yeah.
That's like the worst thing. So we ended up driving our cars through, and then we threw them in the back of my truck, and it was like really wet that weekend. It didn't really rain, but it was really kind of damp.
It was
So
pretty muddy.
Yeah, it was pretty muddy, and this mud was horrible. It was like concrete. It was like this reddish concrete that stuck to your car, and then they sat in the back of the truck for like 2 days while we were out doing things in Colorado.
That's an
and
amateur move.
hanging out in Grand Junction. And by the time we got home, I went to clean the car, and this stuff just basically wrecked my bomber. I mean, my bomber is awesome. I barely do any maintenance at all on that car, but I had to literally do a full teardown on that car, replace bearings, screws. I mean, you can see the screws are just rusted out all over the place now, and it was in great shape prior to that event. So I'm with Josh. I hate mud.
The last
It's horrible. Luckily out here our mud isn't really mud. It kind of it's more like wet sand.
Yeah, but it's super
off.
fine and it gets into things.
Yeah.
Especially in southern Utah. That's a southern Utah
That's
thing.
kind of more of a southern Utah thing. I'd agree.
The red sand. The red sand
is a little bit
brutal.
more dry and like just sandy.
The Red Sea.
Yes. Part the red sand, not the Red Sea.
So the last time I was in Utah actually was for Scale Nationals in like 2014, maybe.
Yeah, I actually made a quick stop on my way to the nursery show. I stopped in for just a second.
So
I don't know if I actually even saw you. I think somebody was like, "Oh, Josh is here," and I was like, "Wherever he is, I don't," because I was only there. I just stopped in real quick because I was on my way to Vegas for the nursery show.
There was the TTC was actually in St. George. The event was in Cedar City. TTC, we drove down to St. George the next day for it. And I had built a truck just for the TTC, whole deal, a new build, and ran the whole TTC. And of course they had the mud pit, and it was that fine sand. Basically it just got into everywhere, and it like stains almost.
Oh yeah.
So I flew back home, and I sold the truck like it was.
Like, I don't want to do
I know.
Discount price.
As is muddy.
Oh, that's funny.
Like I'm not dealing with the mud. It's just
For T-Money right here. Not sure if it's been asked. Wants to know if there's a U4 track planned or in discussion for our future here. He's in charge of the 801 RCC.
It's been discussed.
Unless you guys are planning on racing in my backyard, I don't know. Trying to get property in Utah is kind of a really hard to do, and obviously with being a lot of it with 801 especially is we don't charge for events. Period. That's just something we don't do. We enjoy it. We put on our events wholeheartedly with the thought of, we just do this for the fun and the love of the hobby. So we don't charge. We do have a donation box that people can donate a couple bucks to help out. But we don't charge for our events. We actually hosted one of the national qualifiers a couple years back with USRCCA. And I think it was the only event in 801 history where we actually charged. And it was actually one of the biggest problems that I dealt with that event was I'm all for it. If people want to charge for their events, that's great. I think it's, all fine, but that's just something I've always felt with 801 and doing things locally. I don't do the events to necessarily make money. I do the events to bring the community together and get everybody out and having a lot of fun and just enjoying the hobby. So, and when you throw money into it, the competition level rises. Sometimes people's feelings get hurt. And then, you're dealing with all the sponsor stuff that gets convoluted. It's just kind of ends up being a mess, especially when we're not, like I said, we're basically just trying to do it for the fun and the love of the hobby, not as a business. If somebody wanted to open up a U4 track here in Utah and do it as a business, I'd be all for it. I'd love to go race U4. In the meantime, we do actually race. Me, Kyle, Forrest,
just not sanctioned.
Yeah,
but we do race a lot.
We do race. We don't have a track and we don't have a sanctioned thing that we do, but we do go out to, Little Moab's probably our most popular. We hit Little Moab pretty regularly, especially during the winter time. As long as the snow's to a minimum, we go out there all the time. We throw down a couple of cones. We use some natural rock obstacles. We've posted a few videos over the last couple of months of us doing it. And we just do kind of quick races, 5-lap races. Everybody lines up. We moto start as fast as you can get them. We just call out our laps ourselves as we come across start finish line. And once 5 laps is up, we line them right back up again, and everybody goes after it again. So we actually do a fair amount of Yeah, we do a fair amount of racing here in Utah. Just it's not sanctioned on a dedicated track. It's kind of, we use all natural terrain.
Do you guys
dodge cones?
Do you guys do the run behind style?
or sanctioned
we
races.
do that too. Yeah.
We do that at the comps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the local 801 events, we kind of have two classes. We have a trail class, which is basically very similar to G6 style, where you're just out having a good time driving at your own.
That's what I do.
Yeah, at your leisure,
me.
you're hanging out with your buddies. But during that event, we also run an ultra class, which is very similar to like the ultra class at Axle Fest, where it's multiple laps and you are going as fast as you can. You're running actually on the same course as the others, but you're racing through the course, running behind your rig. So we do that every month. And then just randomly on weekends, we post up, oh, we're going to go hit one mob. And that's when we throw down the cones and do some just kind of cone dodging.
Yeah, I prefer the run behind style. I can drive better that way. If I'm on a driver stand,
It's
it's
no depth perception.
oh
man.
man,
That's my problem.
it's me driving fast is
I actually am a big fan of the run behind too. A lot of it for me is I've ran in the ultra class at Axle Fest every year since Axle Fest, since it turned to Axle Fest, and I've done the ultra class, and my favorite parts is actually the driver's physical endurance part. You know, I actually really enjoy it's like the only form of RC that I've ever done where the driver himself is actually, you know, physically involved with the car, minus just hand-eye coordination. It's the driver does limit the rig. It's a very good balance of how good the driver is, because the driver fatigues, he slows down, he can't drive as fast, and so somebody with more stamina comes in and does it. Like Jake is just
always I see both sides of it. Like you're saying, you know, you're on a driver's stand and it takes out the physical aspect.
Well, and some people just aren't physically able to do that, which is, so I do think it's great that there are
that's really
options in our segment.
Right. That's really the only thing that stops me from winning that almost every time. So it's
well, that's I mean, honestly, to T-Money's point, I have rigs that are as capable as any. In fact, T's run a couple of my rigs a little bit and said, man, that feels really good. But I'm a fat old guy, you know, so it's hard to get through the cones as fast as these young guys.
Yeah, but haven't you actually like changed up a little bit recently and getting a little bit more healthy because
for Axial Fest?
You're enjoying that
compounds
style
on the sneakers there.
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, switching up the compounds.
We'll see if this is still going or not, but I'm guessing we did cut off.
You lost it. You lost your
battery. It didn't keep up.
I don't think that it did.
So we're still on YouTube?
I don't think so.
We'll grab in my door. There's another full charger, like a real charger. The door of my truck.
Charger? What do you mean real charger?
That plugs into the wall. It might be more.
The old-fashioned one.
I didn't bring the charger.
I know
Hey,
my phone's sucked down from 100% to almost.
Hey, there's your phone.
Yeah. But man, you'd think using the camera wouldn't